Ooh yeah, ooh yeah.
That music gets me every time.
One, my name's Nikia.
I'm Latoya.
I'm
I'm
Toya.
Janet.
How are you guys doing today?
Welcome to Soultiful, y'all. I'm good.
Hi.
So, what are we working on today?
I am working on some dubsado. Yes. I love me some dubsado. Dubsado is based, it's a CRM. All of us use it, and I am working on a client with that this week. So that's what I'm working on.
Cool.
Well, I finished a project for referral from Toya Glenn. Thank you, Toya. And then I'm working on another proposal for another client about their podcast. I felt like I was
Nice.
sliding out the chair.
I am working on building a website with an online business directory as well as my full-time work.
That's why
Very,
you
very
Nikita
nice.
Dunwoody Whitaker.
Very, very nice. And I've been working on a little some everything, working on some logo stuff, some website, my own branding, and also Dubsado.
Dubsado.
Okay. Today's topic is 2021 outlook. So, we are going to be
Ooh,
talking about, I know, we're going to be talking about some different trends, business and social media trends that are going to be happening, as well as some current event trends. So, what's up first?
Okay.
So, what does everybody have planned, tentatively for 2021?
Well, the rules of engagement have changed in 2020, so you definitely need to make sure you're doing some type of visual, whether it's like a video, a voiceover, something. You gotta get out there a little differently nowadays.
That is true.
yeah, I had started earlier about November, late November, early December, and doing lives, but then I got a little shock into it. So I sort of reserved back, but I'm going to get back to it. Actually, I want to get into going live. At first, I was just recording them and then posting, but I think I want to get into more going live and having people respond back. And then Toya did give us a task like 2 Saturdays ago about getting into TikTok. So I'm gonna try this TikTok or these reels. I'm gonna get into something. But you're right. Just your visibility has changed totally. You can't just be on social media. You have to be social media.
Say that. You got to be social media. Ooh, I like that. We got to use that in something, y'all, because that's the truth.
Yes,
That's the truth.
be social media.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, honestly, no one cares. Great. You have a cute little graphic, blah, 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 blah. You got to be social media. She said it. She said that. Yes.
See, I'm writing it down. Okay, mine.
It is.
You ain't copyright. I got it.
Oh, shoot. Shoot.
What's
okay.
next for you?
So y'all talk about your outlooks, right? I had to come out for a minute. Yeah, my outlook is to focus a lot more on doing these live streams that I kind of fell into this year, helping other people do it. I'm excited about that. I'm enjoying it. But okay, our first topic is reels.
Okay.
Well, that was very fitting since we just had Miss
Right.
Miss
Right.
Janet say something about it.
I just
Okay.
I set the tone. I set the tone for that, huh?
Yes, you
So what we got to say about it?
Okay. It says Instagram reels can be 15 or 30 seconds long, and they're stories on steroids, but they don't have to be intimidating. It says that there are plenty of fun and fancy features, and the trend is moving towards short form video.
I'll tell you one thing that I want them to upgrade on their reels, because I hop on and watch reels. I want it to automatically go to the next reel after it plays it. Like, you gotta keep scrolling, and click the next one. After it plays it, I want it to go to the next one. Almost like how it does on Facebook, where it says, how you watch TV
Mhm.
videos, and it automatically goes to the next one once it's over. I think they should implement that on Reels as well.
I can't believe they did. They're owned by the same people.
Exactly.
So is Reels supposed to be because I'm still learning about the Reels, like I said, are they supposed to be a version of TikTok or in competition with TikTok?
I think it's in competition because it's an Instagram.
Okay. Because the TikToks run a little longer. TikToks can go up to a minute, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right.
Just want to say, hey, real quick to Mama Dorch. How you doing? Mama Susan.
Hi, Mama.
Thank you for always rolling with us. We always love to see you here. So thank you for being here. And
Hi,
everybody
Mama
else.
Dorch.
Yes.
Is she married to Tommy? No, she's not. Okay.
If you're viewing, please come and say hi. If you want to say you don't want us to throw up your comment up, just comment on here, and we love the engagement. We love to talk to you.
Look at that pretty smile. Look at
it. It's like, is that a dimple over there too?
Yeah, that's a dimple. Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. So who's actually done a reel? I want to know.
Not me.
I wouldn't even know where to go.
Call yourself a social media chick, social media manager.
I know how to do it. I just didn't do it for myself.
There you go. Okay. So I feel like, as a lot of us do social media work, like some of the stuff we just got to try it out, because I can't tell the client, oh, do this or do that if we haven't tried it. So I did do a reel. Or two, and I know that it's gotten 500 to 600 views, within a span of a week when I did my first reel. Didn't know what I was doing. I just did a little video. I didn't do anything cutesy to it and all that like Janet would do. It's just me. It was just me. And I guess that put my dome in front of a whole lot of people. I don't know. So I'm going to do some more. And I'm going to do some more and see how it goes. There's Melly. Hey, Melly. It was good to see you on co-working today.
Yeah.
Well, I might just have to try it before the end of the. Well, no, I know I'm going to try it before the end of the year, because I always have to test anything before I use it.
That's
okay,
right.
So you just give us more homework, okay?
Yeah. But it's like it's 5 seconds worth of homework. It just do it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Mel, let us know what your 2021 outlook is. We want to know. You too, Mama Susan. We want to know.
She's old school. She said, "What is TikTok and what is real?" That's right. She explain this to me. It's where it's on Instagram where you can go live and do a little short video. Lots of people do them. No, you stay off of there.
I don't even know Mama Susan like that, but I feel the same way. You don't want to mess with no.
Somebody say
when I was telling my daughter I wanted to do TikTok, she was like, "Mom, what are you gonna be doing?" I said, "I don't know yet. I don't know. Should I put on a nice outfit?" She said, "Won't do it."
Jenna, your nice outfits have all to do with lingerie. That's what your nice outfit is.
See, why you got to do that to these viewers? They see me as nice Janet. Why you got to do that?
Because we want to keep it real. We got to keep it real.
Well, I'm gonna create a TikTok so they can see me in my lingerie. But anyway,
Lord.
We're not laughing. I just want people to try to understand about the things going on out here. Yes, ma'am. You got to be careful. You're right. Yes.
Thanks for coming.
Hey.
I know that's right.
That's awesome.
It's the truth.
That is awesome. So yeah, they definitely can't. You can't, not say that they don't give you more exposure. They absolutely do. And I tested it for myself, so I do know. So what we got next, ladies? SEO.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that, Nakia.
That's a cuss word. SEO, 3-letter cuss word.
I know.
I love SEO. SEO, guys, search engine optimization. I love SEO. Go ahead, Nakia.
Okay, when it comes to gearing up for 2021 is with, especially with Instagram. There are two things all marketers should take advantage of, and that's SEO and Reels. Um, it's going to become more, Instagram is going to become more search friendly. And now, without the use of hashtags, if you search for a keyword, relevant videos, profiles, and posts should populate. So, their recommendation is to take advantage of the update. Make sure your captions include relevant keywords that help Instagram identify what is being shown or talked about in your post.
Got it.
SEO is definitely coming for us in 2021.
Okay, they snatched the hashtags away, and they did it so discreetly, like, oh, because of the election, we gonna take the hashtag away. Y'all was gonna take that away regardless, because y'all knew y'all was changing up the platform so much. Got us around here waiting for hashtags to come back. No, darn well they coming back. Hashtags
I still see my hashtags.
Yeah, they are. They're still there, but you can't see any recent posts under that hashtag.
Right, Janice.
Yeah,
if you go on Instagram and you put in, childcare, it's gonna show you childcare from, prior to the election. Right. It'll be nothing new and relevant.
Right. So hashtags, you can take them off your thing. So now they want you to actually concentrate more on the words that you're putting in for your captions, so that helps people find you. So if you're talking about beauty, the word beauty need to be somewhere in your caption.
Yeah.
So what about Facebook hashtags?
I know, it's like, why take it from one and put it in the other?
Yeah, so like you still want to utilize hashtags, so they're helpful in Facebook, is my understanding still.
Yep.
Let me
For right now it is. Right now. Because they're owned by the same company. So maybe they're wanting to differentiate the platforms. What works on one platform may not work on the other platform. So
yeah. Mama said, to me, they change things so much so fast, just as you get used to it, it's gone. That's exactly what happened.
Exactly.
So,
keep you on your toes.
Yeah, that
the
tells me
longer you make the content information, people's attention span run out. So it's like 6 of one, half dozen of the other. You want a short caption to grab the attention of the viewer, but then you don't want too much verbiage in the conversation, because then you could lose the viewer. At least the hashtag gave you the pool to populate your post, so your post could end up anywhere. Or if someone typed, beauty, it would definitely pop up. But now it's like 6 of one, half dozen of. I tell you,
I know channels.
They want to see you. That's what it is.
I know channels that make their posts like mini blogs. Like, you read a story on their captions, and if you read it, you get a lot of information, and all of their posts are like that, and they do pretty well. So I guess it depends on your audience. If you got a short attention span on your audience, don't be writing no books, because ain't nobody reading them.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
And my audience is entertainment, so they read, but if it ain't gossip worthy, it ain't. They don't read much of it.
Got it. Yes, Mama Susan, that's right. You do got to get on it, and I'm glad that you were connected with Toya, because she can teach a whole lot about this world that we're in. And I understand not hearing of SEO. I remember, like, when I heard it for the first time, what is that? And now I love it. Again, it's search engine optimization, and I love SEO, especially working with local businesses, because it is so easy to get your business noticed online in your local area, especially if it's not a populated area, that there's not a lot of people doing the same type of business. You could show up on page 1 of Google if you know how to set it up. So,
and that's the money page. The first page of Google is the money page.
Yes, I remember the first time I did that, I was like, "What? This didn't cost me that much." I was so excited. I remember my husband, his home improvement business, I got it on the first page of Google in our city, and I was like, wow, I was amazed. Like, that's like free marketing. So SEO is a beautiful, beautiful word for sure. Yes. Thank you for engaging with us today, Mama Susan. Yes. So what else we have? We have brick and mortar stores embrace the shift to online shopping. Hmm.
That's
Okay.
right. That's
It
right.
says, as we become accustomed to the new normal, businesses need to pivot to ensure sales keeps coming in and numbers exceed previous years. While e-commerce has been a popular monetization method for many brands, it isn't utilized by brick and mortar stores. So we have to do something to shift our contact the shopping and social platform shopping and things like that.
Right, 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 right. So, you all have any ideas?
You
For
have to pivot. Like in my industry, I'm in the beauty industry, and salon workers, one of the things that we're working on, I have a client right now, we're working on trying to get them online, get their products online so that you can still service those customers because they still need you. You know what I mean? They are DIYing at home and messing up their hair because they've been going to you for so long. And now it's like they're kind of high and dry, especially if they can't get an appointment in, because you can only have but so many people in at one time, and all of this, all these dynamics that have, arose this year for the beauty industry. You got to have that backup plan. You got to go online.
Mhm.
yeah, totally, totally agree. And I'm excited. A client of mine is working on some pop-up shops, and I think I think that's the wave. You know, you
Mhm.
can get one. You can use the simplest platform, or one that everybody's accustomed to is Zoom, and you can have different shop owners in there, and you can run a virtual store, a virtual, almost like a virtual mall.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I think it's pretty cool. So I'm excited to help with these pop-up shops.
Yep.
Yes, 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 yes. Any other commentary regarding?
Only thing I want to say is, for the brick and mortar stores, this climate has suffered not multiple shutdowns. So if you were already like one foot in the grave, one foot out, this pressure really, made or broke a lot of businesses. So I say if you are one of those that are still hanging on, pat yourself on the back, honey, because you made it, and keep pushing. Those that may have had to close their doors, jump into some type of pivoting action so that you can stay afloat.
Mhm.
There's more than one way to skin a cat, like they say. So you definitely need to pivot and go another direction of your same vein of work.
Mhm. I know sometime during the pandemic as well, we got to see the true colors of some vendors, some brick and mortar stores, like Hobby Lobby. I can't shop at Hobby Lobby no more, and that was one of my favorite stores because of the way they treated their employees when it came time to close. So, this pandemic has shown true colors of some brick and mortar stores.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm truly worried about, well, here in Atlanta, there are so many, especially on the south side of town, many mom and pop soul food restaurants who've been there for 20, 30 years, and now they're no longer no more. And I mean, I'm not going to talk about our government, Purdue and LaFleur, whatever her name is, the Dizzy, anyway. But just to know that they have carried on those family traditions, and now just all of a sudden that tradition is gone, and they don't know what to do because many of them are of the old school. They might not have a computer, or they didn't grow with the age of time. They're still, the recipes are in their mind. They're not written out. They didn't transfer to catering or any kind. They don't. It's just sad. It's a very sad state we live in right now.
Yes, it is.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, they don't like writing down the recipes. My grandma made me learn to make macaroni and cheese by watching her, and there are no measurements.
That is
Yeah,
true.
that is
And
true.
they are used to getting up at those early morning hours, going because their food was made with love. So this quick preparation, you asking them to already, no, that's not the process. And for them, you taking away something that, so it's not only financial, but it's also in their mental and their
Right.
spiritual.
And integrity.
Yeah, it's just a sad situation.
Hmm. It is an opportunity for people like us as virtual assistants to, if a mom and pop store like that wanted to go virtual, to actually sit down and hash this stuff out with someone, like one of us, that we can actually put those things in place to get you online, get those
Mhm.
recipes out of your head and get them written up. Make you a little recipe book, a ebook or whatever, so that it can come out of there and get into somewhere where it's tangible and can be passed on.
Yeah. Yeah, we understand the looting.
She said we in Chicago,
Oh,
we lost a lot of money, part due to COVID, more through them looting. Yeah,
wow.
that's
Yeah,
another
that was
factor. If you didn't have good insurance on your building, and when all the riots and stuff happened, a lot of people lost money there.
Yeah.
And the thing about the looting is, well, one of the things that we talked about often in my circles of friends is it wasn't even the people that lived there that was looting. It was people that traveled from other locations who thought they was gonna get up or get part of the, and they was the ones that was.
Yeah, I got a whole theory on that one. We didn't even go there.
Yeah, me too. Me and you too, because me and you got theories.
Yeah, I
We
got a
brought
whole theory
on
on
our
that.
theories.
All right, ladies. Brands must humanize.
Okay. Smart businesses understand that being transparent, authentic, and even vulnerable is smart. People connect with people. This means the brand should be personified in a way that reveals who they are and what they stand for.
Hmm. Do you feel like your brands do that?
I do. I feel like my brand is synonymous with me, so and I'm very real, so I do think so.
Yeah, I definitely, and there it goes back to being on social media, because now with the social media they see you. So however you conveyed in your speaking, that is one way. But now they get to match it up with your piece and you talking, and now they're seeing your personality. So if you were real dry before in writing, and then you're dry when you come on and then they're like, oh, she's dry. But if you have a wonderful day and then you get on good morning and oh, she's really bouncy and happy, So yes, I do I am humanized.
Hmm.
Nice. Nice. Very good. Very good. All right. So, what would you recommend, experts, for those brands to be more human?
Be
Add
yourself.
a little more, yeah, add a little more transparency. Like, people like to hear the bad stuff. Not to say you down everything, you know what I mean? Don't complain, but let them know the real stuff. Like, it's not as easy as one, two, three. And yes, I hit a brick wall and had to get up and do it again. And they want to hear that you're real, like they say, human, because everything is not going to be peaches and cream at all. But they want to hear that story.
Yep.
I think the key word you said that was story, and as much as you feel comfortable sharing is so helpful. It helps people to relate. Like, I lost my job during COVID. People remember that. Like, I don't even know. Like, I told y'all that. But people, they can relate because their husband did too. They did too. And they like to see they like to see those ups and downs. They like to see the backstory. They like to see the inside edition. We all do. So that's right. Those are good
Especially
tips.
if the person is being authentic
Mhm.
and real. It draws you even closer to the person. And it also makes you want to support them if you feel that they're truly themselves.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. If you remember, what's our friend, what's the lady, Miss Janet, uh oh Lord, the
Teresa.
vegan lady,
Oh,
Courtney.
slightly
Pinky
vegan.
Cole. Yeah, Pinky Cole.
Yes. So remember when she was first starting up, she pulled everybody along with her on the journey. So you got a chance to actually say,
What she
what
uses.
what she's gonna use, right? So it kind of like you felt obligated, like I helped make this, like I'm ride or die. This my brand too. You know what I mean? So when she finally, launched, it was amazing. Everybody was just all over her because that's how she had started it out. She brought everybody along in the, on the journey, the good and the bad.
That is true. That is true.
So we can't hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have a client that is antisocial, and so that is my strategy for him. Let him see from the beginning of end, because no one knows you. They don't know anything about you. So that's what we're going to do. Let them be a part of the journey. And I'm rebranding, and I think that's what I've talked about. Like, show them my steps, because hopefully that'll bring me some businesses. So I know how to rebrand, and I can do it for you. So cool.
I've done that too. Work from
Wow.
home for real.
Oh,
Work from home for real. Hold on.
you tired of reading?
No, I'm looking for it. Okay. When employees were under lockdown due to COVID, companies quickly had to adapt to a remote workforce. Now there are some distance and lessons learned from the initial experience. Most businesses are rethinking their entire model. Our office is still needed. In 2021, business needs to reimagine their workspace as well as provide proper support for the people working, such as outfitting them with the right equipment, mental health support, and everything else so that they can work comfortably. I agree to the mental health support, because starting to work at home and being I was a part of a really close knit team. When I lost my team and had to work remotely, that that played a part in me being a little depressed, and I had to overcome that and find different ways, like through co-working, to manage it. So I think mental health support is something they should do. I also think we should get a stipend for having to use our own internet. I mean, I'm not paying for you to use my internet.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You should mention that to your boss now, for sure.
Yes.
Well. Here we go with this conversation. Working at home for real.
Well, huh, Janet?
I have been having several conversations with several people along the way once COVID started, and I can only speak for here in Atlanta, where I currently reside. I am wondering, because we have had an influx in buildings, building up buildings that they thought were going to house businesses. Now, what I'm concerned about is now with this coming in, if they transform into we being a more of work from home community, how many of those buildings are going to still stay up? What businesses are going to go in there? And if businesses don't go in there, they're going to turn into apartment homes or some type of apartments. Well, when you think things like that, then you have to think of how transportation, even though we're staying home, you have to think about how the areas may become diverse. So now downtown might be an influx of this right here, as opposed to the rule,
What's that, Janet? What's that?
I choose not to. The Caucasian community.
Okay.
Caucasian, and that community. And then will they get taken more care of because now everybody's centrally downtown than the communities that are out in the suburbs? Because now there'll be a shift. Also, in addition to that, what will real estate property be? How will state taxes go up? Because now they've built up all these structures in these buildings and there's no offices in there to pay for them. So there's a lot of things that you have to think about when you think about, if we transfer to working truly from home, what the cities will lose in regards to funding, in regards to government help. So it's a whole set of variables that, you think work from home, yay, great, I'm at home all the time, but then you still need an outlet. What are you going to do to relax your mind in the four walls? Will you still get health care? Because now they think you at home, you already laid back, you relax. You might not need health care because you ain't going outside as much, or you're not interacting. Mental health. Do you still need, some insurances cover you for X, Y, and Z. So it's just a whole, I know I bring the other side of things, but it's
can I just say that I need you on my city council? I'm just saying. I need you to get on somebody's city council, honey. I need you to get, please make it happen. Please make it happen.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about this. But I mean, it's very in depth. It's not just working at home. And then what happens to education?
That's the big question for me.
What truly is going to happen with education?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing.
For those that need that one-on-one, that can, the virtual is just not there. They're not retaining the information virtually. They need, just like, I mean, I got my degree while working online, but I also did it, in person. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed working online more, and I was able to get my degree finally through the online that I couldn't get sitting up in a classroom. So,
yeah, it's a very, all these topics that we are now truly exploring in detail have some very minute things that we really have to take into consideration. These are not just some overnight decisions. These are some really planning strategies, because then you have to think about it on the flip side. What happens 5-10 years from now when they decide, oh, the world is open, you can all go back outside? What you want us to? I mean, you now all of a sudden you want us to come to work? What do you mean?
With our emotions, ain't it, Janet? Play with our emotions.
Listen, not having that. Not going back. Not going back. Kick the screen. I ain't gonna know.
And then we have to think about, once again, go back to our elder generation. Those in them who are not computer literate, savvy, what are they going to do? Some of our elder generation have been ingrained in their mind. Their process of work is getting up, getting in their car, going to work. Some elderly people, because retirement is not enough, just works at Walmart or one of those just so they can be around people because they're lonely or their extra income. Well, now you might be telling them that they have to stay at home. Well, what happened? Are we going to take care of them? Is the government really going to do their best to make sure that they're okay, both mentally and financially? If it was up to Kemp, hell no. Okay, I'm not going there. All right, moving on.
Well, Nakia and Janet, do y'all miss working in the office?
I do.
Okay. I know me and Toys answer on that.
I mean, I had a really lax office experience.
Okay.
So I was able to do basically whatever I wanted to do as long as my work got done. So I had a lax office experience. So it's not really a change for me because I still do whatever I want, but I miss the camaraderie of my team.
Understood.
For me, it's twofold because I sat in a glass shield every day. So I was there because I worked at a radio station, and we've had a few stalkers or those kind of things. So even though I was the first person, because if you didn't get through me, you wasn't getting in, I sat in a protective area. Yes, I still miss the people that I worked with. And, some of the entertainers I've become very close with. So if they came in, it was the conversation of, oh, how's your son and your mom and da-da-da-da-da. So just those type of conversations. And then I was really close to a few of our listeners. So, once again, you come in, you need your tickets or you won money. I'm the person holding all the checks and everything. So you had to see me. So I miss those interactions. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. I don't understand, but I hear you. Because Toya Power, no stalkers, no co-workers getting on my nerves, asking me for money. Okay. I mean, if I want to sit in my drawers, I can and get the work done. I'm just saying.
Listen, co-working makes me put on clothes. Okay. Shoot.
Now that's the only thing. That's the only thing I like about working at home. Oh, never mind. The clothes part.
Because you don't even wear them. Like, what you talking about?
that free Sandy. Ooh.
Wait, pause. We got a question, y'all. We got a question.
We do.
She said, I have a question. What do you ladies feel about the kids going back to school? Here in Chicago, they are doing a voting about it, the parents and administration. So what are y'all thoughts on that? Because I mean, it's it's a toss up on my end. One, I when it first started, I did not want my son going back to school because of COVID. Kids this nasty. They touch digging their nose, digging their butt. It's just nasty. And I was just like, oh gosh, I could see him getting COVID the first day. But then now that school is in, it's a half and half. Some things he go in for because he play football. So he go in, he
We
play.
can't hear you.
Oh yeah, not COVID the first day. He not the first day. He won't even get the first day.
Y'all know my
He'll say it
anxiety
like
have
that.
me. Listen, my anxiety have it on 10. Oh my God, he got COVID. He gonna die the first day. Like that was the first thing I was thinking. But I mean, now that school is about done for the rest of this year. They about to go out on Christmas vacation now, but like he go in some classes he go in for, some he don't have to. So he can go online with some, but since he does play football, he do have to go in and be around people. So
I just got
For
a
me,
call today.
it's a twofold, like you. One, yes, the protection. Are those parents being just as proactive and talking to their children as I am being? I don't have any kids in school at this particular time, but if I did, are you speaking to your kids like I am speaking to my child? However, at the same time, I think my child might be losing out to valuable life resources that they could get from school. Learning, I mean, you share at home, but you share in a bigger capacity at school. Learning the learning how to get up, be somewhere, meet a school bus, turn in the demanded requirements. Yes, at home you can slip by. They get a different understanding of them when you go to school and you don't have your assignment, et cetera, et cetera. I think through being at home, they might become lax. Now, the other thing you have to think about is the parent who may have 4 kids at home, but she still has to maintain her job. Do she have adequate Wi-Fi? Are they all using the same computer? Is there one student? Does she have one child that needs more attention that she can't provide that attention because they may be autism or OD? What's the other one? OCD.
ADHD.
Yeah. So how is she handling? So it's the mental capacity of it all, in addition to the instructional capacity. But then again, if you take out all the students, what happens to those teachers? Where will they be? Will some of them lose their jobs? So I think about the bigger picture. I know, you might say, well, just think about your child, but each one teach one. We're all still a community, regardless of the fact, but we just have to make sure that each of us is taken care of, because you taking away from that teacher, you taking away from that household. You don't know how many kids that teacher has at home that they may be losing money for. So those are just my thoughts on it.
So I feel so I homeschool, and I've homeschooled for at least a decade now. So all these things I care about for the greater community, but it's different for me personally. But I got a call today. A good friend of mine that I see several times a week, they got COVID. So I'm like, that put things in perspective for me. I'm in the mountains, and like COVID is not a big deal as it is in other places. Like we don't all wear masks when we go to Walmart. But it's like I wouldn't put my kids in school right now. No, I'm not gonna do it. Just for safety. Just for safety. Yeah.
we got some comments.
All right. All right. All right. Miss Susan.
In Chicago, all the kids here have their own computer. Wi-Fi is free.
Ooh.
That's great. Because Wi-Fi is not free here.
Yes, I'm gonna show how to get on this phone. We're gonna have to bring Mama Dutch on the show. Yes,
Absolutely. Fill out that form, sis. Help her fill it out.
yes. And then before that, she said some of these kids aren't learning nothing pre-K through third grade. She do e-learning. I have the hardest part of kindergarten to second grades to keep them focused. Yes, look at that.
Wow.
That right there. That right there. The little ones, the babies. They need structure.
Wow.
They need that sit down, everybody, let's hold hands, let's read a book together, let's do what I mean? Let's do this. You can't do that from a computer screen.
Mm,
Oh, she
mm.
said us ladies have good topics. Thank you, Mama.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. I'm gonna have to get with her. We have to get her on the
So
show.
how many, Mama George, how many students are you facilitating to? Oh, okay.
Let us know, Mama.
Yes. Tell us how many babies you got. She does home I want to say almost like educational daycare kind of sort of. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
it's
okay. Okay.
daycare, but she teach her babies. She teach her babies.
Okay.
They gonna learn they name, they write, and they gonna be writing all of that. It ain't no normal little daycare for her.
Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. So now we're talking about going from global to local.
Oh, sorry. Going from global to local. In 2020, there were lots of reasons to begin to think more locally rather than globally. COVID disrupted international supply chains. There were tensions between the US and China.
Mhm.
Companies began to rethink where they were sourcing and selling their goods. More localized manufacturing and selling it's, are appealing for environmental awareness as well.
Yes, I for one can definitely attest to this one because before COVID, I had online boutique, I had an awesome vendor, and anybody that's in the beauty industry that has ever looked for a viable vendor, when you find a good vendor, you like, oh, this is golden. But when COVID hit and they did a little shutdown, like I said, if if COVID put any strain on your business, it exposed any weaknesses in businesses because some of those businesses did not come back when it opened back up. And my vendor was one of them. And I was just like, no, wait, it was so hard finding you. Why you leave me like this? And then I didn't feel like starting the process of finding a whole new vendor once they were back with the shipping and all of that other stuff, which I may still go back into that, but it takes some research to find a good vendor. So yeah, at that point I was like, why we can't make this locally? Like, can we get some machines over here on our soil so we can make these lace fronts over here so I don't have to go to China to get what I need?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter, she sells, well, she not sells, but she does eyelashes and things of that sort. She has been waiting on, I think the longest wait she's had thus far is 2 months to get the specific products that she used. So she's now getting frustrated. And that's what I'm telling her. You need to start doing some research on
Yeah.
some local vendors or figure out a way how to make that stuff yourself, because if you're relying on overseas, you're not going to get your products as often as you used to get them. She said they used to come like every other day, and
Yeah.
now just
And
like,
see, I'm in a lot of beauty groups, and some people like, oh, I don't have no problem. I can order mine and they get shipped there. Yeah, but probably trash, because the ones that are good, it's hard. I'm not to say that, not to say it ain't out there. There are some vendors
there
that
are
are out
there
there
are
that
Yeah,
are,
Walmart
but
brands
you
and
meant what
there
you
are
said.
the
You
Fifth
said what you
Avenue
meant.
brand.
but 9 times out of 10, the trash is easy to get and they'll ship today. You had your lashes tomorrow, and they, you know what I mean. But the good stuff, it is
Yeah.
definitely a
I'm
struggle.
working with a client now, and we have a whole little group of us business advisors helping him. And it's like, yeah, you need to find some local vendors, or we're not doing this. If we can work together, we
Mm,
gotta have local vendors for sure.
mm.
Oh, y'all, Mama George corrected me. She is not a daycare. She is a learning center, and she did tell us.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, snatch my life. Sorry, Mama. So She said, I have two first graders, a fifth grader, two daycare, but not all on the same days. My kindergarten and fifth grades come three days. Two bodies from come 2 days. But I teach them all from A to Z. I've done have my fifth grade since he was 6 months old. I also have his sister and brother.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Very good. Next topic, Toya. Purposeful and meaningful. There is a trend to have more purpose and meaning in our jobs. Younger generations are entering the workforce and they want to connect with a purpose or work with a company that has real meaning.
That goes back to what we said earlier, being authentic, being a little
Mhm.
transparent, and putting your story out there.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of different organizations that are coming about, like the STEM organizations. I think Amazon has a future engineer program now that they're doing. So a lot of people are graduating with these degrees that they really can't do nothing with.
You do nothing with.
So they want to make a difference. So they're going about using their degrees in different ways.
Yeah, even as business owners, I only want to work with, I want purpose and meaning in what I do. And even the clients, I like, I want to work with people who help other people, especially when it comes with mental wellness and so forth. So, yeah, purpose and meaning is important for sure.
Hmm.
What's next, Toya?
Next, we have sustainability.
Sustainability. Sustainability has been a concern for some time, but during the pandemic, emphasis shifted. As disruptive as coronavirus was to business, companies are recognizing that an environmental crisis could be more damaging to the bottom line. Therefore, every company needs to rethink operations, environmental impact, and the products and how they are being used. That's interesting.
I agree because a lot of this stuff that go on with us health wise comes from the non-sustainable products we're eating.
Mm. Yeah, that food ain't like it used to be, huh?
Okay, chicken wing sizes matter.
I know one of the things that I love fresh fruits. Oh my gosh. I can go and buy up all kind of, and I do notice that lately here at our farmers market, when things used to be in excess, they're no longer in excess. Then I notice like my cucumbers are spoiling faster than they normally do. So those kind of things have brought um some thought process to me. I wish I had the luxury of growing my own garden. Like in Florida, my mom has her own garden. Everything you want, she has her own. But here in Atlanta, where I live, I don't have that luxury. So I am seriously thinking about what can I do to my food to preserve it, or what are the change? Not what can I do, but what are the changes that are going on in these farmers market that's causing the food to not be as sustainable as it used to be.
We do need to learn how to grow our own food. Yep. I say that it's different, and if you take a look at the groceries, like you said, let's take fruits and vegetables. A lot of stuff is what being remade to be seedless,
Mhm.
but that goes against nature. Them seeds is what we need to reproduce that. So if it's not being made by a seed, how's it being made in a lab? So I mean, if we're going to shift to all lab made food, does it
Don't give me no lab made food. I don't want no lab made food.
matter?
That ain't food. Like, why did she even say that was food?
Yeah, don't
Why
give
she
me
do
Listen,
that?
no lab made
look,
food.
seedless watermelon, seedless grapes, seedless this, seedless that. How are we getting seedless anything unless
Because
it's
those lab made foods are high in sugar, they're high in salt, they don't come out of your body the right. I mean, oh geez, I'm sorry, wait.
But that is true, and
They
and
don't
that's how we
process
get
the
those
right way for
seedless stuff.
yeah.
Designer foods. Like I saw grapes that were manufactured to taste like cotton candy.
Those
No,
are good.
I need you to taste like a grape. I need you to taste like a grape because you are a grape. I need you to taste like a grape.
Those cotton
People
candy
wouldn't
ones are
just
good.
those taste good.
If I want cotton candy, I buy cotton candy. I want you to taste like a grape.
Look, I can't always hit
You know
the man
what?
on the corner. The man on the
Yeah,
corner is
the
not
cotton
there
candy
every
salad.
day.
What is cotton candy grape? What is
Cotton
that?
candy, oh my God, they are these grapes that taste just like cotton candy. I put them in the freezer for a little while. They're the best things ever.
But
Not
see,
of
that's
God.
what I'm talking about. You know that. Listen, those grapes didn't come out the Garden of Eden, honey. No, they did not.
Mm-mm.
That came out of your pharmaceutical lab 100. You know what I mean? Like they
100.
made those.
But they good.
Cotton candy grapes.
I'm
Okay.
like,
They are so good.
the fact that you even have that name, like, what?
No, they're for real. Look
They,
it
they
up.
taste like cotton candy. They good.
Okay, guys. We have one more topic.
That's all right. We're having a oh.
That's another cuss word now. Yeah, that's another cuss word. Yeah.
Supposedly, the $908 billion stimulus plan that is on the table does not include a stimulus plan for the Americans, but they are floating the idea of a $1,500 stimulus check to Americans who get the vaccination. So, are you getting the vaccination?
For $1,500, you telling me my life only worth $1,500? That's what you want to pay me? I'm going back in my car.
They can keep their $1,500.
Yeah, I want to know who feels comfortable out there with getting the vaccinations. I just don't feel comfortable based on what
And
I
I mean,
currently understand and know.
I read today that if you go to
article stating that, and this is what's going to kill me, but I just won't be going nowhere. They're stating that if you choose to travel internationally, you may be required to have the vaccine to travel abroad.
Yep. And some people are saying that if you attend their concert, you got to show that card to say that you got vaccinated. So, I mean, some people are making it so that you have to prove that you did it.
What I'll do is I'll wait about 5-6 years, see what happens to the people that did get it. So, you know, I don't want to be on one of those commercials that said if you got the vaccine back in 2021.
Class action lawsuit.
No, I
Won't that
don't.
kill you? I mean, that happens.
Because you think back to when that was popping, and you like everybody went. Now everybody got mesothelioma. You know what I mean? Like,
Or the shower. I used to love me some shower to shower.
yeah, like
What's on shower?
You can't use shower to shower. It gives you ovarian cancer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's like Johnson.
Now you know, shower to shower. There was a commercial on every 5 seconds. After you see shower to shower, what you see, Massagill commercial right afterward. It was just it was everywhere. So now here go. All these years later, they're like, well, if you jumped on that bandwagon, you probably got cancer. No,
I'm straight.
Yep.
I'm straight. Natural all the way. Natural as much as I can. Natural.
And what was the other? What was the powder? The feminine powder?
That was Summer's Eve.
Yes.
That'll
They
get
ain't
you.
saying nothing about Summer's Eve. They ain't saying nothing about that yet.
Okay, not yet.
I thought they said something about the Summer's Eve.
I ain't heard nothing about the Summer's Eve.
Okay.
Yes, Susan, that has happened to many of people.
I do get the flu shot, and I've never gotten sick with it. But I do get the flu shot because I am sickly when it's cold outside. And that just helps me to maintain.
And then they was giving it out when I was working at the radio station. And the 2 times I took it, I got sick. Never again.
Right.
When I was a pharmacy technician, I learned the flu shot was not my friend. So nope.
But baby powder, no. Baby powder?
Yeah, it's the baby powder. Johnson's baby powder.
Yep. Johnson. Everybody that put Johnson on their baby's booty. Everybody.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, ain't just a cornstarch situation. Like, what's What's
They're
Or
saying
that?
that
talc.
talc.
It's
They're saying
talc.
that talc is what's causing the
It's a
problem.
talc problem, not the cornstarch.
Wow.
Cornstarch is natural. You that ain't something that you can mess up too much. You know what I mean? That's like that's a natural one. Talcum is not natural. That's not
Yeah. So, Toya, who is our sponsor today?
So I think we're gonna go with this girl right here.
it's me again. That is me, y'all. Yotel Services. Hit me up. I have a new program. It's called the Business Bestie. What it is it's like a mentorship program where you can discreetly talk about things of your business. I know in the beauty industry, a lot of people do not like talking about certain things, and people steal their ideas or they steal their product brand, things. And you should be able to sit down and talk and strategize with someone. So visit my website so we can sit down and talk about some things.
Awesome.
Okay, Toya, do your outro.
Toya.
Are we over already?
Listen, the kid don't
Look, you
play.
have something else to say, Janet?
Let's go.
Oh, we was having such good conversation. Oh, okay. All right. Then I'll stop talking. Y'all know I like to talk. I'm sorry. Okay.
Enjoyed y'all
Even
today. Go
with
ahead,
my
Susan.
clothes on, I can talk. All
Well,
right.
make sure
Make
that
sure
y'all
you. Oh.
like, comment, share, and subscribe. Meet us right back here every Tuesday, 4:00 p.m.
Have a great day.
Adios.